Hi, my name is Dave and I'm with Pro Sound and Stage Lighting, or PSSL, and we today on May 26th got a shipment of NS6s in. Now, NS6s aren't shipping until June 1st, but we typically get things in before anyone else. So we thought we'd take this opportunity to show ourselves what an NS6 looks like, and we can document it. So let's take a look at the box here. Nice 4-color box. All right, let's take a look. Open it up. All right, inside we've got the NS6 Serato itch installation disc, USB cable, some Velcro, and a manual, which I'm sure most of you won't read. Most of us won't read. All right, let's take a look. Oh, and a power supply, wall wart. And wow, the NS6 is much lighter than the NS7. I know this weighs about 14 pounds compared to the NS7, which weighs about 35 pounds. So pretty big difference. Okay, let's crack it open. Okay, so the NS6 is still a very substantial piece, but as mentioned, it's less than half the weight of an NS7. One of the reasons is it's got manual platters as opposed to the motorized platters that the NS7's got. I think one of the biggest functions and features that the NS6 has that people have been looking forward to has been 4-deck control. And so you're able to quickly go between deck 1 and 3 and deck 2 and 4, along with 4 channels, each with EQs on a digital mixer. And this digital mixer does not require the use of a computer. So if you've got other outboard gear like CD players or MP3 players or other audio gear coming into it, you can use the mixer without the computer, which is a pretty cool feature. Something else that the NS6 capitalizes on is a built-in effects unit compared to the NS7, which is an exterior effects unit, or the VCI 300, which has got a separate effects unit. Another very cool feature is the built-in music library control, or virtual, or I guess mouseless music library navigation is what they call it. And you're able to quickly go through crates and flyers and load either deck. And I'm also noticing here that there's effects assigning on both decks and each channel, which is very powerful. So you're able to do effects by channel, where in the past you haven't been able to do that. So that's very cool. I also see the strip search, which Numark touts as having improved virtual needle drop. You'll notice loop control, instant cue points, all kind of standard stuff. And let's turn the unit around and take a look at the back and see the I/O. Okay, so kind of a cool power on and off button. It's not really blue, it's just got a cover on it. XLR balanced outputs, also RCA master outputs, booth or separate zone outputs, channel 4 inputs, and you've got a mic input, a 1/4-inch mic input, channel 2 inputs, line or phono, channel 1 line or phono, and channel 3 line or mic, so another microphone input. So 2 microphone inputs and a number of analog inputs, all pretty cool, which will allow you to run the NS6 without a computer. Let's take a look at the monitoring section. Okay, so monitoring section, and then some other kind of cool controls. You have crossfade control here, contour, fader start on and off for deck A and deck B, and then something that's pretty slick, you've got the ability to assign deck A, channel 1 or channel 3 to the left or right platter. Same thing with deck B, channel 2 or channel 4. So really 4 decks, and you're able to determine which platter they work on. Over on the monitoring section, headphones, split queuing on and off, and then you're able to dial in your mix, whether it be program or cue, and then both. It's kind of cool. A mini output for headphones or a standard 1/4 inch output. Let's talk about some other highlights of the NS6. We talked about touch-sensitive, non-motorized plotters that Numark touts as the best on planet. We talked about a fully functional 4-channel digital mixer that can be used with or without the computer, and also a 3-band EQ on each channel. We talked about we haven't talked about it, but there's a replaceable crossfader. The dimensions are about 23.8 inches wide as opposed to 29 or almost 30 inches for the NS7, and a depth of about 13.5 inches as opposed to almost 15 inches for the NS7. Rugged steel chassis and a pretty cool product. So give us a call, pick one up. The NS6 is waiting for you.